So a common topic that is brought up whenever we talk to random Vikings fans, whether it's here in San Diego, whether it's here back home, everyone and their mom brings up the offensive line, right? Because the O-line has been an issue for, I don't know, the last decade plus. Like when Joe Berger was the best offensive lineman of the 2010s, it's a little bit rough. It's a little bit rough, man. But not taking anything away from Joe Berger, but the Vikings, by choice, they didn't add any significant free agents along the offensive line. They didn't invest any draft picks into the O-line, and they're happy with what they have. And plus, they ran it back with key backups like Schlutman. They redid Reed's deal. They brought back Oli Udoh and Blake Randall as an exclusive rights to a free agent. But they're banking on continuity. And even though Dalvin had a career low yards per carry, Kirk Cousins had a career high in pressures and sacks, obviously offensive line coach Chris Cooper, obviously offensive coordinator Wes Phillips, and obviously head coach Kevin O'Connell likes what they see. And why not? Because, I mean, the Vikings, they had some bad puck luck when it came to injuries last year. Christian Darrisaw had missed time twice with 2 separate concussions. Frankly, he was rushed back from the first one, but is what it is. Garrett Bradbury had that back issue that plagued him at the back end of last season. And also, I don't think that he was 100% for the wildcard game against the Giants. Brian O'Neill, of course, after that pick 6 against Green Bay, popped his Achilles. But the Vikings, if everyone, knock on wood, is healthy, I think this could be a legitimate offensive line. I think it could be top 8 in the league, somewhere in there, because Darrisaw is Trent Williams reborn, man. Like, Darrisaw has size, power, agility, quickness, and just a monster in the run game. He is that guy who's one of the best young left tackles in the game. Don't get it twisted. Brian O'Neill, hopefully he'll bounce back from that Achilles right quick. He is one of the best right tackles in the game. Garrett Bradbury became a top 10-ish center last year. Hopefully he can continue on his trajectory, because remember, Chris Cooper, interior offensive lineman, ran a lot of outside zone, really used to dealing with undersized offensive linemen in Denver. So he's bringing that brand to the Vikings. Ezra Cleveland, year 4 in a contract year. Can he really solidify that left guard spot? Do they bring in a guy like Dalton Risner? I don't know. And Ed Ingram, even though, yeah, he took a lot of flack last year, even though he played every single offensive snap, there's a reason why he was the 2nd round pick. And he does have size, he does have good anchor, and in year 2, you saw it, towards the end of last season, he was getting better. Maybe not getting better at stepping on Kirk's foot as he came back from center, but overall he improved, and so could take a very massive leap in year 2. And if you solidify that spot, and even if you do have questions about center, even if you do have questions about left guard, you have the best offensive tackle duo in the league, so you're relatively good to go. So I understand why the Vikings decided to run it back with the offensive line. And I also understand fans that question it, but sort of is what it is. You love the one that you're with, and hopefully they can protect Kirk, and hopefully they can get it going in the running game. I think they can do both. And then guess what? See, this offensive line, especially the interior offensive line, is good to go. This offense, though it was top 10 last year, top 5, they ain't going to be 5, they ain't going to be 4. It's going to be good to go. But your thoughts are thoughts on the offensive line. Skol, no production value.